Alrighty, and welcome back to Star Wars Review. So, a second trailer for Star Wars The Acolyte was released, which alongside the new trailer, a new poster was also revealed, showing off several of the characters. So a typical Star Wars poster, which also recently they re-released Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace in theaters, which there was a clip from The Acolyte attached to it, along with the trailer from a few months ago, but the clip was the fight between May and Master Endara, which we saw glimpses of in the first trailer and this second trailer, which the clip was just more of the full thing. It did feel like it was a little cut up and more just showing the actual action of the scene, but just like the trailers, I was really into the action. It's been what's stood out to me the most so far in the marketing for the show, and so I'm very excited to get more of the action and actually see it fully. But you could also hear a little bit of the score in the clip, which obviously wasn't much, but I liked a little bit of it in the clip, so excited to hear more of it once the series actually comes out. But with all that said, let's dive into the new trailer, which starts with dialogue from a character named Tassi Lawa, at least according to the subtitles. I don't think we actually see this character, so don't know who they are exactly. But they say, last night a Jedi was murdered, as we get a shot of who I think is May, walking away from a lightsaber laying on the ground, which does look similar to the one from the teaser poster, and going off of all the other trailers and other posters, I believe the lightsaber is Master Endara's, as the one we see her holding, and everything else looks exactly like it. In the building we see this lightsaber in is similar to the one we see May and Endara fighting in, but it then cuts over to Coruscant as we get a wide shot of the Jedi Temple, as we see inside where Master Soul is training Padawans, including his own Jackie. But we then see Soul aboard what seems to be a prison ship, but we get dialogue from Quamir saying the Jedi justify their galactic dominance in the name of peace, as we see May meeting with Quamir as he continues, but that peace is a lie, which the line peace is a lie is the start of the Sith code, which the character Quamir, we do know he's a trader of unique objects, so I do wonder if those objects are Sith related, and maybe he has a copy of the Sith code and actually believes in it. But there's then a shot of a character, I'm not sure who it is, climbing the side of a temple. I'm not really sure where it is also, but it did kind of seem interesting. Don't really know what it is. But then a shot of May and Endara's fight. Then a shot of Soul and Yord, seemingly in a crashed ship on a snow world, which I assume it's the snow world and crashed ship we saw in the first trailer. But there's another scene of Yord with Soul, which Yord tells him that Jedi are being hunted, as we see May going after this Jedi, which we saw this scene in the first trailer. But there is something weird about this Jedi, as they almost look like they're already dead and just like a preserved corpse. So I'm not fully sure what's going on there, but definitely seems weird. But then there's a shot of a broken lightsaber in some red dirt, which I think it might be the same place as we saw in the first trailer, where the Jedi meet that mysterious Sith or dark side user. But then there's a scene of Master Soul in the past meeting a younger May and giving her a lightsaber, as we get dialogue from Soul saying, "She was my student. I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in." So fully confirming that May was a Jedi, which I kind of assumed. But it seems like at this point in time, May was a part of the Coven of Witches led by Mother Anijah. Definitely interested in these witches, as both trailers haven't really revealed too much about them. We do get some stuff, which there is some more in a moment. But there's then shots of Sol and May fighting in the present. But then the shot of a ship kind of detaching from like I don't know if it's like a hyperdrive like thingy. I'm not fully sure. But thanks to the Star Wars databank, we do have a name for the ship, which is the Poland, and it's a Jedi ship, and we see it a couple times in the trailer. But we then see Vernestra Rwoh and get dialogue from her, which she says, "I sense this is only a small part of a larger plan." As we then get a scene of, I'm assuming the witches doing some ritual, and then a scene of a Jedi we now know is named Master Torben, played by Dean Charles Chapman, as we see the witches, or I'm assuming the witches, make his eyes go black, and then he passes out. And then right after this, there's the scene of May meeting with that mysterious figure on that island world. As Rwoh's dialogue continues, some sort of shift to tip the scales. Which I was thinking this Torben could have been that new Sith or dark side user. I'm not fully sure. Obviously the databank does refer to him as Master Torben, and in these scenes, which we know are in the past, he does seem kind of younger. It seems like he has like a Padawan braid, but that could just be his hair. So, I'm not fully sure, but the databank entry doesn't really say much about him, so I don't know. But then there's a bunch of quicker shots. One of the Poland chasing down another ship in this crystallized asteroid field. Then May telling someone it's time to face the past. Then a shot of this dam-like structure blowing up. I don't think it's a dam because there's no water anywhere. I think it's just kind of like more of a structure inside of these mountains. Then a shot of a bunch of Jedi following this little dude on some hillside trail. Then Indara, in the past, opening her eyes while taking a deep breath. I'm assuming she is kind of sensing something in the Force or something. I'm not fully sure. But then more quick shots as we get dialogue from Mother Nija saying, "Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force." As we see that she's been talking to May as she continues, "If you want to pull the thread and change everything, then pull it." As we get more quick shots of May holding a knife to Jackie's throat. One of, I think, Sol with a young May in this burning building. But then the trailer ends with the Jedi in the forest confronting the Sith or dark side user as we finally get a full look at them, which they have a helmet on, which is kind of similar to the Knights of Ren. But this dark side user's helmet has like what looks kind of like teeth on it. It does look pretty cool. But Sol asks them, "What are you?" as the dark side user attacks them, and that's where the trailer ends. But it did mention a few new, databank entries, which there was also one for a new droid named Pip, who doesn't appear in the trailer at all, but does appear on the poster, which they're kind of like a small handheld droid, which the description in the databank entry says, "Pip, a handheld repair droid with a wide array of tool attachments, has a chipper, can-do personality. The pocket-sized droid is always eager to help, often suggesting the right tool for the task at hand." So an interesting idea for a droid. Like I said, a little handheld thing. Obviously, we don't see it in the trailer, but the trailer, didn't reveal anything super crazy other than the new Sith or dark side user, or at least what they look like, which I do think they look pretty cool, and I'm excited to kind of learn more about them. One, who they are, if they are actually a Sith or just a dark side user, kind of like the Knights of Ren or whatever, are similar to the Sith, but not the Sith. And, other than that, I kind of just got more into what we already know, that the Jedi know they're being hunted, but not by what, so they're looking into it. So I'm excited to kind of learn more all about that when the show comes out, which is only about a month away on June 4th with the first 2 episodes. And, obviously I'll be doing full reviews of all the episodes, so you can check those out when they come out. But in the meantime, check out my first trailer breakdown and any other Acolyte videos I've done and everything else I do. But I've been Star Wars View, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
The Jedi justify their galactic dominance in the name of peace. But that peace is a lie.